All right, so if you're a pro working with Casambi smart lighting, you know just how incredible it is. But you also know that one big limitation. You've got to be right there, on site to manage anything. Well, what if I told you there's a device that just flips that whole script? Today, we're diving into something that's a total game changer. Seriously, just picture that for a minute. What if you could add a new light, tweak a scene for a client, or troubleshoot an issue all from your desk? I know, it sounds almost too good to be true, right? But as you're about to see, it is very, very real. So before we get to the solution, let's talk about the big headache every installer and maintenance pro has to deal with. And that's the whole challenge of needing to be physically present. This is the day-to-day friction that costs you real time and, you guessed it, real money. And it all starts here. You know the drill, right? A client calls, they need a tiny scene adjustment or a new light paired up. It's a 5-minute job, tops. But it means a trip across town, maybe even to another city. And these trips, they're just a total killer for your productivity. And boy, do those trips add up. We're talking fuel costs, wear and tear on your vehicle, and the biggest one of all, your time. Hours of your life stuck in traffic instead of, actually getting more work done. And that, of course, hits you right where it hurts, your bottom line. But, this is about more than just money. All that travel time means you can't be as responsive as you want to be. A simple client request can take hours, maybe even days to get done. And that directly impacts how happy your customers are and your reputation for being that super responsive, on-the-ball professional. Okay, so we've laid out the problem, but what if we could just wipe all of that off the board? This is where things get really exciting, because we're moving from the problem to a solution that truly gives you back your time and control. So let me introduce you to the Adquio Full Casambi Remote Access. This device was literally built to solve that one massive gap in the Casambi world, giving you complete, secure, and total remote access to any network you're managing. And really, the whole idea boils down to this one simple, powerful phrase. You no longer need to be there to be there. It's about having that full on-site presence without actually having to go on-site. So what is this thing exactly? Well, it's a dedicated piece of hardware. You plug it into the local network, and it creates this secure tunnel that lets you use the official Casambi app from anywhere. And I'm not talking about some limited partial access. This is the whole shebang. Every single feature, every setting. It's like you've teleported your phone right into the installation. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Okay, sounds great, but this has got to be a pain to set up. Well, that's actually the best part. The entire system was designed from the ground up to be incredibly simple and super reliable. I mean, check out how easy the installation is. First, you just connect it to the network with a regular Ethernet cable. That same cable also powers the device using power over Ethernet, so no extra power bricks to mess with. And that's it. From there, you're all set to access the network from your computer. Seriously, it's that easy. Let's peek under the hood for a sec, because the hardware is what makes this so solid. It's running on a modern Android 12 operating system with Bluetooth 5.0, which means you get a rock-solid connection to the Casambi network. The official app comes pre-installed, so it's ready to go right out of the box. And get this, it has passive cooling, so it's totally silent and built to run forever. It even sets itself up on the network automatically. You don't have to be a network guru to get this thing running. Okay, let's get to the most important part. What does all this tech actually mean for you and your business? It's time to translate these features into real bottom-line benefits. This is where the rubber really meets the road. Full remote access? That just straight up eliminates your travel costs. A centralized piece of software? Now you can manage all of your different sites from one single screen. That instant connectivity makes your clients happier and your support way more agile. And even that super simple PoE install saves you time and money on the job. See? Every single feature is laser-focused on making your life easier. Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room, security. Anytime you hear remote access, you've got to be thinking, is this safe? And you absolutely should be. You need to know your clients' networks are locked down, and this system was built with security as priority number one. The security here is seriously multi-layered. All of the communication, from the device to the server and from the server to your computer, is protected inside encrypted tunnels. And here's the kicker. Nobody gets in unless you give them a special personalized digital key. So you are always in complete control of who has access. And for all you tech spec lovers out there, don't worry, the hardware is more than up to the task. It's got a quad-core ARM processor, 4 gigs of fast DDR4 RAM, which basically means this thing has plenty of muscle to handle even your biggest, most complex jobs without breaking a sweat. You get a full-speed gigabit Ethernet connection and 32 gigs of storage. So yeah, this isn't some cheap gadget. It's a serious piece of pro-grade hardware. So, when you step back and look at the big picture, what you have here is more than just a cool new tool. It's a fundamental shift, a totally new way of working with your Casambi projects. I mean, the difference is just night and day, right? Before, you were chained to the job site, constantly bleeding money on travel, and always reacting to problems after they happened. Now, with Adquio, you have total remote freedom, you see real savings in your operations, and you can actually get ahead of issues with proactive management. Look, at the end of the day, this technology is here to solve one of the biggest and most expensive frustrations in smart lighting. So the only real question left is, are you ready to get back all that wasted time, stop burning money on travel, and deliver a level of service that was simply impossible before? It's time to rethink what's possible.